What's up, my loves and fellow creatives? Please let me know if you can hear me. It's been a little minute since your girl's been on live, so I want to make sure that everything is working. And I will give y'all a moment because I know there is a little bit of delay on the YouTube-age. All right. What's up, Studio 8? Hey, learning every day. We're going to make this one super quick because I'm going to go ahead and make sure this is available online to our VIP members. What's up, Coach Sharon? Hey, Lisa. Hey. Awesome. Hey, Coach Chrissy at Southern Girl Creations. What's good? Awesome. Thanks, Latonya. I appreciate that. All right, so we're going to keep, this one is actually very, very simple. Looks complicated, but it's very simple. My goal now is to make every single template a literal 5-minute or less template. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and flip this template. You know how we do. I'm going to start with a photo, and I'm going to go ahead and bring up Remove BG. And we're actually going to change this from a remembrance image to a, we're going to do like a Mr. and Mrs. kind of you give me butterflies theme, right? So that we can show the versatility of the templates. So here we are at Remove BG. I am going to drag and drop a photo from my folder. You see how I'm dragging it from my folder, and I'm going to drop it like it's hot right onto the screen here. Remove BG did a beautiful job of cutting out that photo. And that is one of our gorgeous members there. And I think that's Miss Denise. So Denise, if you are catching this live, make sure that you contact Erica Kane so she can give you access to the template for free for volunteering such a beautiful photo. I'm going to go ahead and download this image here. And we're done with Remove BG for now. Now for this one, I don't really have the photo as a smart object. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drag the photo. Well, I'm going to select the existing photo so that when I drag and drop the photo onto the artboard, it's going to go right on top of the existing photo. If you don't do that, you just don't know where your photo is going to end up. Okay, then I'm going to stretch it to make it a little bit larger there. And of course, you know we do not do those hard lines, so I'm going to double click on the image here. Move it up just a little bit. And I am going to do something a little bit different this time. We're going to add our layer mask down here at the bottom. And I will grab the gradient tool here. We're going to start from the bottom, start from the inside meat, shift and pull it up. And see how it fades that off there? Now I know we use the brush tool a lot, but that's a way to get it to fade consistently off to the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and hit yes to update that. Let's pull it down. Let's turn off our existing photo. And that just happens to be my beautiful friend that passed away not too long ago, but way too soon for me anyways. Not for her purpose. So I wanted to make this a little bit lighter. You know, sometimes we're not doing memorial, but we still can use those templates for other things. So still love is love. So I love my bestie and I also love love. So let's go ahead and make this a very uplifting design for love as well. Now I want you to notice that you have these butterfly wings, but they're actually, the butterfly pattern is on top of angel wings. So if you want to see what that looks like without the butterfly pattern on there, you can turn that off. And this was just kind of transposing the pattern onto the wings. So you have something special and whimsical there. Now I'm going to leave them on because I want this to be kind of like a fairy tale love kind of theme, right? So butterflies, enchanted forest or something. Let's see what we can pull up out of this. I'm also going to go ahead and bring in some woods background so it doesn't necessarily look like the sky. I'm going to drag and drop that photo in. And then let's go ahead and scale it to the full background here. And I'm going to turn these levels off because the levels are definitely creating a lot of contrast. Doesn't that automatically just look like a totally different design? Just that quick. And it gives this like loving, whimsical look to it. All right, so we can change out our color here as well. And keep in mind, this is a smart color. You know I don't do it dumb. I don't do it simple. I'm always extra, so this just, it looks extra, but it really is very simple. So this is a single color. Although it has multiple colors in the color palette, this is a gradient here. So what I'm doing is I'm showing you how you don't have to always use multiple colors. You can just go with a single smart color with different colors in the gradient here. So let's go ahead and double click on that smart color. What I'm going to do is duplicate this layer so I can maintain that previous colorway. Now let's go ahead and double click on the gradient here. Click again, and we're going to change some of these colors out. Now let's say, for instance, I'm going to show you something here. Let's say I see that there's some red in the image there. So let's go ahead. I'm going to do File, Place Embedded. And what Place Embedded is going to do is just put the image there. I think I'm going to go to the downloads. Boom, boom. Go ahead and place that one. And normally, like if you have a logo or something that has some color in it, I just happen to see just a little bit of red here, but I want it to be gradient style, so I'm going to choose some colors in between that red. But watch this. We can select the first color, come over here and grab that dark red. Then I can select the next color stop, double click, and maybe I want to do like an orange or something. If I can't get it out of here, I'm going to make my own color. All right, so that's my orange. It's already looking beautiful. And then I can even take colors out. Like I can take out that lighter teal. And maybe for this one, I want to do not quite pink exactly, but maybe like a darker reddish pink. Oh, that looks cool right there. Like a bright coral. I like that. All right, so incorporates the red in there. I have some orange, I have some coral. And I think I'm going to make this red a little bit cleaner, just a little bit. All right. So I don't know what that's going to look like until I know what it's going to look like, but I can go ahead and get rid of my source image that I picked the red color from. Let's close out of that, hit yes to update. And voila! So we have a different color change here. Now, of course, you can get a little complicated and you can play with the blend mode. So I'm going to start with the background. I have it on color, but you can go in here and choose, like overlay looks really good. In certain instances, depending on the colors that you picked, hard light, soft light might even look nice. Soft light looks nice because it still has the green, but it has like a glow of the colors there. I think I like that. But of course, depending on what you choose, for instance, if I turn that layer off, the soft light doesn't really do the clouds justice there, right? So what I might need is I might need me a good old black and white layer on top of that. And then that way the black and white layer will take out the coloration of any of the layers here and just allow us to really see the colors showing through. And like I said, depending on what your color palette is, you may or may not be using those levels there. The levels will bring out the highlights, the shadows, and the midtones. And then the black and white just kind of recolors the image. But I really like how the green pulls through here. But you know what I'll do for the sake of making it simpler? I'm going to go ahead and bring it back to the color mode. And then that will be something you all can play with in class if you like a different blend mode there. So of course you can turn this into a 13 by 19 design, and of course we can change the text here. What I'm going to do is provide the second set of text here. Duplicate that group because maybe I want your wings are ready, our hearts were not to stay. But for this particular design, I'm going to change out the words. So I'll right click on your wings and maybe I'll just do the bottom text here. And I'll put you give me, and then the last line of text will be butterflies. So where it says we're not, we'll double click on that T there. B-U-T-T-E-R-F-L-I-E-S, butterflies. Now you'll notice that the color, the smart color, does not cover this completely. It stops a little bit short. So we can move it down, and we can also make it a little bit taller by holding down Shift and covering that entire text there. And again, this has a blend mode of color, but if you wanted to, you could put it on overlay, multiply. Multiply will give it a little bit darker color. You can also put it on normal, and normal just fills in that color completely there. And you won't see the gradient that is inherently in the text there. Okay, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with normal. So I'm going to copy that layer style, or here, I'll just turn everything to normal so it'll all be the same color. And then we won't need the top text here. So I'm going to get rid of that. And really all I have to do is turn off the eyeball for the text, and the eyeball for the color will automatically turn off. And now I can make our photo a little bit bigger. And then I may need to make the text a little bit smaller because it's going outside of our text safe area. So I'm going to hold down Shift so I can squish this in a little bit. And of course, if I move that up higher, I have to be aware if my smart color falls into place. Let's go ahead and grab the butterflies text, and I think I'm going to make it a little bit bigger here. And for the text here, instead of sunrise, sunset, I might put establish EST, and then you can put your year there if you want to include that information. And right now it has a soft white glow around it. You can change the effects on that. Go to FX, and maybe you want to bring the opacity of that down. And maybe even change the color overlay to one of the colors that's in your palette. Just moving around here, see what kind of stands out, but it's not too much of a standout. There we go. I like that. And say for instance you don't like black or white as the outer glow, you can change the outer glow to any color that you want. If I change it to black, I'm going to change the blend mode to normal. And then that way I can increase or decrease the opacity. I can change the spread and the size of the outer glow. Then I can also change the range here, which is, if you look at it, is how much it's changing the shape of the glow around things. So I'm just going to leave it pretty subtle right there. And of course with the text, I'll save this one as you give me. And then this one will be text your wings. All right, so you still have both text available. All right, and of course you can also move the butterflies around as you wish, but that is it. Like I said, super simple. I just want you all to be able to modify these templates 5 minutes or less, but you're still learning advanced techniques as far as some of the blend modes that we're using, and also learning how to use a gradient to recolor things in a very, very quick way. And of course you want to use solid colors. You don't want to use everything gradients if you have a lot of text to display. So I'm going to disable the layer mask. And for instance, these butterflies are in front of the word butterflies. If I wanted the word butterflies in front, you have to be aware of where your actual butterflies are, just here, and where your text is. I have to make sure that I move the text with the butterflies, or with the color, so that it can go in front of the butterflies there. So there we have it. I'll go ahead and save that. And for this particular one, you'll have the woods in the background as well as the sky there. And if you see here, this blend mode is on color, but if I want it to be a darker or more intense color, I'm changing the level. So y'all will be changing the levels there too. And how you play with the levels here is you would end up manipulating the shadows, the highlights, and your midtones there in order to achieve your desired results. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and save this, get this uploaded for the VIP members. Remember, VIP members, there are no coupon codes anymore. So basically, you will go to the same where the coupon codes were located, and you'll just click on the link for the class and it will be free for you. So I'm going to go ahead and activate that in the next 5 minutes. If you cannot get this to download and have your fonts and everything within the hour, then please, I beg of you, please do not come to the live class, because you will not be able to participate. If it takes you that long and your file is not downloaded and ready before class, it means that more than likely either your internet or your computer is not going to be viable for a live session. So please don't be selfish and hold up the rest of the class. If that's the case, if it does take you that long to download, then it's okay. Go ahead and keep it downloaded. You can watch the replay later, okay? So to all the VIP members, you will be able to, for the VIP members, I have a new rule since we're not doing coupon codes anymore. You do not have to attend the live class to go ahead and get the template right now, okay? So as soon as the template is available, however, this will shut off at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. Well, actually, it shuts off 20 minutes prior to class, okay? So as long as you download it, it's yours. If you come to class, great. If you do not come to class, at least you got the file early, okay? And in that case, we shall go ahead and get ready. Let me check on any questions you all might have before I head out, because I have a lot of major announcements, a lot of major things going on. And I want y'all to know that I just got back, but we are going to get into some really great stuff. Okay, no questions, no questions. Oh, what printer do I print? I have a 44-inch printer. That's a T7270 that I put the True Colors sublimation ink in. I have a 16650 with True Colors sublimation ink, and I have about 5 or 6 other Epson desktop printers that I have and have set up with True Colors ink as well. So pretty much any Epson pigment printer is a printer that I would use with the True Colors sublimation ink or any pigment sublimation ink. I would not use any of the dye printers for sublimation ink because they have a little bit different way that they function to formulate colors with dye ink versus pigment ink. And although it's a sublimation dye process, it is technically a pigment ink. So you want to go with a system that is expecting pigment ink. All right, my loves. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get ready for class tonight. And for those of you who are VIP members, make sure that you search for the link. You will not have to put in a coupon code. You'll just click the link and it will make this class free for you. Okay. So that is up until 20 minutes before class. So you have time to download it. Make sure that you can download it. Also, make sure that you follow along and you see that when you come to your class, there are going to be some things you need to have done. Before you attend any live class, make sure that you watch this video about how to complete the quiz, that you have your workspace set up, that you actually answer the quiz. There will be the Zoom link, which is where class will be hosted. And then there will also be an area which tells you the fonts that you need to have downloaded prior to attending class. So of course, you'll also be able to download the file here. That file is usually going to be a zip file. So make sure that you extract it. Do not use it. Windows will mess you up and it will have you thinking that you can just right click and open up that file, and it will be a big mistake, because you're more than likely going to have your file crash and it won't save any changes if you're editing from within a zip folder. All right, my love. So let me go ahead and get ready for class, and I will check in with you all soon. I will be going live this week. I'm just catching you all up on all of the great things that I've learned and all the great things we're going to be incorporating in the Academy. We are going to be upgrading and expanding and also bringing in some great mentors that have several different areas of the market, just really established and down packed, and I can't wait to introduce them to you all, introduce them to myself, because I get to interview them, and I'm so excited because it gives me access to information, and information is what's going to take us to the next level of growing our businesses. All right, so I appreciate y'all and I love you dearly, and until next time, bye.